The NFL will humble you, and nothing says humble like Kenny Pickett. You might know Kenny Pickett was a stud back in college, drafted by the Steelers to be their starting quarterback. But after a couple of seasons, he was kind of lackluster. And Kenny was told he was going to have some competition. Nothing major or anything, just business, just a competition. Well, at this point of his career, 3 years in, Kenny got kind of the big head, and he felt like he shouldn't have to compete with anybody. Kenny got real offended, and even asked for a trade. So they did, and he went off to win the Super Bowl as the backup quarterback to a guy that was one of the highest paid QBs in the league. Kenny was never going to get much playing time over him. Again, this is just a competition, and he already had a shoe-in to be a starter. He was already a starter the last 2 years, knew the system, knew the guys. He just had to compete and stick it out. But no, wanted to get traded. Kenny gets traded again, this time to Cleveland. QB1. Deshaun Watson is out right now and won't be back probably the whole season. Things are looking up for Kenny. And then Cleveland signs a fan favorite, Joe Flacco, that when he played led him to the second round of the playoffs. He's deeply loved in Cleveland. Trouble. But it's all good. We know how Kenny likes competition, right? Well, it gets worse. The Browns go on to draft not just one, but 2 rookie quarterbacks. Now, not to mention the job was temporary anyway, but now you got to compete with a fan favorite, a celebrity, and a Heisman candidate. Well, lucky for Kenny, he didn't have to worry about all that, because Kenny got traded again. Kenny's new home would be the Raiders, and I'm sure he'll have a good time over there, right? But unfortunately, there is this one thing. This guy's QB1 over there, and I believe he has close ties to the coach as they work together with the Seahawks. Poor Kenny. He should have just stayed where he was and competed, where he already had a shoe-in to be the starter. But Kenny didn't like competition, so he went on to compete against Jalen Hurts, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and now Geno Smith. In the NFL, you cannot avoid that smoke, boy. It's not college no more. You gotta humble yourself and get to work, or find yourself in a worse situation.